Let's talk about expansion. Let's talk about awakening ourselves to the divine within you, awakening to the God within you. It's important that when you practice and come into a space of wanting to awaken yourself, you have practical and simple tools to take you there. Many times we are looking for these crazy, over the top and complicated techniques to get us to the place that we want, when in fact, it is the simple ones that actually are more effective. Understand, simplicity is the foundation of spirituality. Spirituality should not be a complicated and tedious task. It should be actually quite simple and easy to implement. It just takes consistency. What I want to share with you is three, what I like to say, mental techniques that are going to open you up, that are going to awaken you to the reality of who you are. These three techniques are very simple and things that you can do consistently every single day. Two of them are going to be quite simple and maybe things that you've heard before. In fact, one of them I'm sure I constantly talk about all the time because it is absolutely the foundation of spirituality and waking yourself up. The third one, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit different, but I'm going to get into it in a way that's going to help you to get you started in the process of using this technique to awaken you and allow you to align yourself with who you need to be in order to create the life that you want. Let's get into the first two. The first one, mindfulness. Mindfulness is by far the foundation. It is the rock of spirituality. When you are mindful, you are simply observing, listening, watching, paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and where you are at any given moment. You are simply just observing. You can observe, but mindfulness isn't about judging or shaming yourself for what it is that you're feeling and thinking. It's simply, though, asking yourself if these thoughts and feelings are in alignment with the things that I want. And it's just that simple. When you are checking in with yourself constantly throughout the day, and sometimes if that's not something you can do, if that's too advanced for you, then you can set aside time to actually practice mindfulness. But I think it's more important to actually begin practicing mindfulness throughout your day in any given moment. Set some reminders on your phone, an alarm, every hour, every 2 hours, just so that way it can remind you to actually be mindful and just think about where you are in that given moment, what you're feeling, what you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're wanting to do, what you're actually doing, and does that align with what you want? The second thing relates to mindfulness, but it's a little bit deeper, and that is the art of self-reflection. Really getting into not only what you're thinking and feeling, but more importantly, your patterns. What is something that you consistently identify as ways of which you are being, saying, or doing that is constant, that you can identify, that even other people that know you can say, yeah, that's something that you would do? Are those patterns actually serving you? Are those things or ways of being actually benefiting you or bringing value to you? Are they limiting you from actually accessing the things that you want? When it comes to self-reflection, you're going deep into beliefs and your perception about life. This is where you're having an open and honest dialogue with yourself about who you are, who you're being, your unconscious and even your conscious fears, your limited biases and beliefs. When you are reflecting, you are taking time to really get into who you are. Now, self-reflection versus mindfulness. Mindfulness you can do any given day, throughout the day, anytime. Self-reflection may take some, quiet time, a moment to just sit and just listen, observe, and pay attention. And when you are in this space, again, it's not about shame, it's not about guilt. It's just simply about seeing where you are. It's about being honest with where you are. It's about self-acceptance and allowing yourself to be who you are, but also recognizing whom you need to be to create the life you want. And so understanding that you are on that journey. So it's not a matter of you assessing and you feeling like you are far from the journey or far from the destination, but that you are on the actual path that you are seeking and that you are getting closer and closer and closer to that which you want. Finally, the third thing, which is a little bit different for a lot of people, and that is the practice of lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming, what is that? That is the ability to actually be conscious, to be aware in your dream while you're sleeping, in your dream state. Oftentimes when we are dreaming or when we think about a dream, it is after the fact. We remember and recognize that we've had a dream. And oftentimes that dream is broken up into pieces. It may not make sense, but the art of lucid dreaming means that we are conscious and fully aware that we are dreaming as we are dreaming. The practice of lucid dreaming is a very strong and amazing practice, but it does take time to begin to tap into and to master. When you are in a space of going to sleep, simply asking yourself or simply telling yourself or claiming that you are going to sleep and you are going to have a lucid dream, you will be conscious and present in your dream, is the simple step to actually doing it. Over and over and over as you continue to tell yourself, even ask yourself, am I dreaming? I am dreaming now. I am conscious of my dreams. Making statements like that will support you in bringing your consciousness to the dream state as you are drifting into sleep, as you are drifting into that subconscious state of mind. When you're in that subconscious state of mind, it is your subconscious that holds all of your memory, all of your programs, all of your patterns. And when you are in that subconscious state of mind, you are then in a space where you can observe and truly analyze and understand some of these patterns that you have. And you are in the space where you can directly reprogram these patterns. You can understand if these patterns are serving you, why they're not serving you, and you can actually program patterns and programs that will serve you while you're in this dream state, floating around in your subconscious mind. Understand that the subconscious mind is the part of your mind that is most connected with the superconscious mind, which is ultimately the God power within you. When you are in that space, be mindful, be respectful, be, really honest, open and loving and kind to yourself in that space, because it is through love and acceptance of yourself, will you actually be able to tap into the superconscious, the God power within you, and really hone into who you truly are. So those are the three simple things, three simple mental exercises and tips that you can apply to truly open up and awaken the God within you. They are simple tips and they don't take a lot of time, they don't take a lot of effort. They just take consistency and practice. When you are consistent and you continue to practice, you will open up and wake up to the God within you. Thank you so much, and continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.